Real failure is trying something, learning it doesn't work, and then continuing to do it anyway. That's my definition of failure. One of the reasons that we don't talk to the press more is because I'm concerned that it comes off not as a genuine attempt to have a conversation, but as some kind of arrogance on our part that we think we can solve the world's problems. We say, how could we make things not just a little better, but a lot better for a lot of people? Maybe we won't succeed, but let's aspire to that.
And you get a lot of people want to work here.
Yes. If I tell you that you could come here and be the best possible version of yourself, that I want you to be creative, I want you to take risks, I'm going to get the best people because everybody wants to do that. Yeah. And then, because I get the best people, we're going to make more progress per dollar than if I had tried to sort of put the screws down on you and make sure you didn't mess around. I'm asking them to be responsibly irresponsible. I'm asking for each of the projects that we're working on, for each of the groups to explore, to take risks, to run experiments, to learn from those things and then repeat. And doing that really productively is uncomfortable. Wearing a tie, I value you at our organization, Bob. It's not like that. The hierarchy is almost non-existent. I spend most of my time trying to be a coach.
It's like being president of the world in a way, that you get to you get to pick the world's problem. You know, what problem we're going to solve today or try to solve. Well,
that's what I was saying. That picking the problem is actually a lot of what's hard about it. So, what problem would you pick? We worry about this all the time, that we're not picking the right problems. You said TV, and that's a good one.
Well, that's not the one I would pick.
Okay.
If you know, that's the one I would pick for my job. But you know, you'd pick the ones, you know, water in the world. I mean, that's what Bill Gates is doing, isn't it? Water. You know,
yeah.
Getting people fresh and clean water.
Right. So it turns out that clean water, the generation of clean water, is a not totally solved, but a relatively solved problem. It's actually the corruption problem. I think being afraid to fail is almost a guarantee of a glass ceiling on the success that can be achieved. If I tell you that you must make at least 10% progress over the next year, you will only make 10% progress. There's no chance that you will be 10 times as good on any front a year from now. Independent of which company you are, what you're working on, there's zero chance.
This is the best company in the world. You better succeed. You better make every effort and win, and you've got to succeed, and if you don't succeed, you're out.
Yeah, I suppose that's how they could run it, but that's not what they do. It's not what they're good at, honestly. It takes a lot of emotional intensity and a special kind of skill to be able to fire people effectively. Yeah. And that's not a skill that Google has developed. If we expect a viper's pit of politicalness, that's what we're gonna get. And if we just don't tolerate politics, if that's what counts as failing, if that's what counts as looking stupid, if enough of us drive transparency in the organization, when any of us tries to act political, it will just look ugly and embarrassing, and you won't do it anymore. You don't have to stay with your manager if you don't want. If you're done with the project you're on, you can go to a different part of Google. You don't have to have your manager's permission. The result of this is that if your manager is an asshole, not only will you leave, but everyone will leave. And you know what? That guy is going to find himself having been voted off the island by his own people. In a very sort of bottoms-up, very soft power kind of way, people who aren't friendly, who aren't good managers, get voted off the island. If you feel stupid, if I make you feel stupid because you tried something new and it didn't work out, you're never going to try something new again. But if I create a culture, if we can create a culture together where you feel stupid because you haven't tried something new this week, you're going to try something new every week.
And you've got a lot of buildings.
Quite a few. Yeah.
Wonderful. Is this where we say goodbye then?
Sure.